Yo, what up? This is Hakeem, BlackandNobel. Y'all know what it is. Keep y'all ears and eyes open for Philadelphia Exposed. And remember, we ship to prisons.com. That's what it is. Send y'all people's books to the prisons. Come right here to do it. And make sure y'all pick up Philadelphia Exposed, #1 DVD in the area. Peace.
Washington Square, which is infamously known for so-called Freemason George Washington. The actual name of the square is actually Congo Square. This was where the Africans came, or the original people, the native people came to this particular square and did their ritual. If you notice, before you even enter the square, you have the pillar here, right? Which would be, if you're coming into the porch, that'd be your left pillar, so that could be Boaz. Then you have the pillar over here. As you coming in, this will be the pillar to your right, which this will actually be Yakin, or what they call Jakin. So in strength, he will establish. So as soon as you come into the park, this is Freemasonry when you come in. This is actually the park where Nicolas Cage ran through. Like if you turn around and you see that, remember when Nicolas Cage had left in National Treasure, when Nicolas Cage had actually left Independence Hall, he ran through this. With this particular energy right here, we're going to talk about who needs to be resurrected at this particular point. Because it's inside of this square, there's probably one of the most intense Masonic symbolism that you're ever going to see here. Let's go over here. Here we are in Washington Square, Philadelphia, which is Congo Square. That's the correct name for this particular place, Congo Square. All right, now we're gonna go into a little something. You will see freedom is a light for which many have died in darkness. Now, understand that his pose is a Masonic pose. You got the broken column, which you get into the 3rd degree of Freemasonry. All right, you have him with this staff, which I'm going to get into and talk about the staff, because you get that as you start to go through the Royal Arch of York Rite Freemasonry. Now check this. It says, in unmarked graves, right? You come closer to get my voice. In unmarked graves, within this square lies thousands of unknown, which is the X, are black soldiers of Washington's army who died of wounds and sickness during this Revolutionary War. Now on this side it says, the independence and liberty you possesses are the work of joint councils and joint efforts of common dangers, suffering, and success. This was his farewell address, right? Now, you're talking about people died in darkness, and then you have a coffin right here. You have a coffin right freaking here. Talking about he died in darkness. Then we have what? The eternal flame. You have the eternal flame right here. So everlasting light. All right, so now we know that we're dealing with something masonry when you're dealing with the light. You're dealing with the grave. Now mind you, this is Congo Square. All right, now I'm going to show you Benjamin Banneker, because you know he had a direct relationship with George Washington. All right, I'll show you Benjamin Banneker's picture. But when you go to the grave marker of Benjamin Banneker, it says he has a marble obelisk or a tekken, and it says near here, and this is in Maryland, but it says near here lies the grave, lies in this unmarked grave the remains of Benjamin Banneker. Notice, and I'm going to show you the picture, it says near here, meaning the body or the marker that they have for Benjamin Banneker is not the death place of Benjamin Banneker. It's just a marker. His body is not there in Maryland. All right? It's a known fact that he came here with Washington, he laid out Philly, and he laid out DC, but his body is not there. All right? Now let's get into this. When you see this right here in Freemasonry, you see this in the York Rite degree, and when you see it in the York Rite side, when you see it in the Royal Arch, this is the 7th degree. This is where a lot of people go through the Red House and they get their holy royal name, the real word in Freemasonry. the legend is this, that once you become a Mason, they want you to go through this particular house right here so you can get the password for this degree, or the 7th degree, because some lodges down south don't open up on the 3rd. You have to know this, history, or this degree, allegedly. Now, in this degree, the 7th degree of the Holy Royal Arch, you will see that the candidate has to come through 3 levels of 3 curtains, 3 little different rooms. So as he comes into the first room and knocks on the door, they say, "What's the password?" All right, so I know y'all about to be mad. All the Masons about to be mad, but I'm about to crack you. Because you don't know what you're dealing with. This is a suppression of your history that shows you that the black man and woman is God. Now watch this. Now, what's the password? The password to get into the first veil is "I am that I am." All right? So once he come in, he said, okay, well, before you can pass to the second veil, the curtain behind me, let me show you the sign. And the sign is taking a rod, right? You're gonna take the rod and you're gonna cast the rod on the ground as if Moses took his staff and he cast it on the ground and became a serpent. A serpent is what? DNA, serpentine energy, Congo Square, George Washington, Benjamin Banneker. All right, now check this out. So he says, well, the password to that degree to go into the second veil, the password is Shem, Ham, and Japheth, which are who? The 3 sons of Noah, right? Now check this out. They go to the second veil, boom, boom, boom. Now, what's the password? Shem, Ham, Japheth. Okay, come on in. So now we talking in the second veil. Well, before you go to the third veil, let me give you the sign. The sign for the third veil is what? I mean the second veil. The fucking Napoleon. The noble Drew Ali. Your Scottish Rite, a sign of fidelity. Your Pledge of Allegiance. This is the sign when you get into the second veil. So as you need to go to the third veil, your new password is Shem, Japheth, and Narad. What just happened? They took Ham out of the second veil. Ham is no longer a part of the password. So when you see this, Masonically speaking, they're talking about Ham. They're covering up Ham. What happened to Ham? Ham was cursed, allegedly, for seeing his father's nakedness, right? Ham was the one supposedly cursed what? Black. Ham in Hebrew is Keth, C-H-M. Kim. Kemet, black. So when you see this, this is talking about DNA. The serpent. Give you your password, Shem, Ham, Japheth. Go to the second veil, come to the secret. Let me show you the picture that represents this with George Washington. The George Washington family picture when he's sitting down at the table with his family looking at the map. The black man who's looking like a butler is like this. Alright? Because he's the secret. So Ham, meaning black, or they substitute Ham and gave it Adonai, which is what? Lord. Another name for God. So how they gonna substitute the blackness out and replace it for God? What are they telling you? The DNA of Ham is God. That's the secret. That's in the Holy Royal Arch. The DNA of Ham, the black man Kim, is God, Adonai. Alright? So that's one of the Masonic secrets without a fact that the black man is God once you make the relations, and most Masons do not even know it. But here, it's really talking about the suppression of black African Congo history. Here. So when you see Europeans do it, they are suppressing you, but at the same time saying they know who you are. Alright? So that's that. Let's go, we go somewhere else and give it up.
Alright, Adonai is at the top. Numerical value 65. A represents 1. D is 4. The noon is 50. The Y or the I is 10. That's 65. My Lord has a numerical value of 65. Kim, or ham, all right, has a numerical value of 48. Since they took ham out, we should subtract. So 65 minus 48 is 17. The 17th path in Kabbalah corresponds to the zodiac sign of Gemini, which are the twins. So therefore, Adonai and Kim, or Ham, are actually twins. All right, but if you add it, 65 and 48 is 113. The numerical word or value for the meaning for 113 in Kabbalah means the same. So how can 17 represent twins, but then if you add it 113, it represents the same? So it's telling you that Kim, or black, or the black man Ham, is the twin of my Lord or God, or 113. Ham is the same as God. Therefore, that's why they only substituted Ham out for Adonai, which is my Lord. Numerically, Kabbalistically speaking, is the same twin factor. Same thing. All right, so Ham is actually the twin factor of Lord.
This is actual picture. Look at this. This is the tree right in front of Congo Square, George Washington and his Masonic stance that we're going to break down. But look at the word Drew. Drew loves Nicole. If you're dealing with synchronicity, you know what Drew means. Look at that man in the tree. There go his face. Coming down, there go his arm. It's the man inside that tree. And when you're looking at this symbolism here, you would have like, check this out, you have like white people going up the tree. The woman is trying to gain the lantern, the light. She doesn't have the light, but look at the anchor. Look at the T-square. Look at the other square. These are mathematical or measurement tools. These are Masonic tools, but they don't have the light. She's going for the light. Look at the key. The key is right behind the spherical globe. Like the key is understanding celestial movement. They tell you that in the symbolism. They tell you that they don't have the light. The book is actually falling away from them, so they don't have any knowledge. But yet when you come back again and you look at the black man, he's the highest person that's ascended on the tree, which could be the tree of life, and he's the one that has the compass, because it is he who understands how to navigate the globe. And everybody else is not on his level.
Now, Philadelphia is the birthplace of Mother's Day, and it is through Philadelphia being the birthplace of the United States of America and Mother's Day that the stripping of the birthright and taking children away from families originated here. Notice it got federal recognition in 1914. This is directly in front of City Hall on the east side. Also notice the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the devil's rule was up in 1914. Alright, so do the math on that. And you will see through Philadelphia has a little strange way of showing you through statutes on how they were going to take away your children. Again, this is on the east side of City Hall.
Philadelphia, this is on the back side or the south side of City Hall. You'll see William McKinley, or McKinley rather. He's a doctor. Notice he got papers in his hand. The good doctor has papers in his hand. Look at the woman looking at the child. The child looked like he's worried. Piece of the olive branch is broken. It's a story about selling the children, which we're going to get into in a minute. It's showing you through Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, or the birthplace of the United States, shall we say. It's all about selling children, incorporating it. A good doctor with the papers.
All right, this is the like the southeast side of City Hall at the top. Notice the child is pointing. This child is actually pointing in the direction of one of the family court buildings on 11th Street. It's close to 11th and Market. It's a family court building over there. And this is the south side of Philly, where you obviously see the black man. This is obvious. See the subliminal message, the gargoyle, the monster, the black man holding up one of the pillars. And there you see the ancient scribe from Tamarea, Egyptian scribe. And you see the camel. What's also interesting on this side, which is the south side, the south is interesting because that's when the sun reaches highest peak. But when you look at the archway here, as you go in, this is the only archway that has something over it, which is justice. So this is the south side of Philly, south side of City Hall. The only archway that has something, justice is in the south, is what they're saying. You will walk through these particular archways right here to get to the north side, which we'll show you what's on the north side. Alright, but again, you will see that you have the brother, and then you will see the Egyptian right here, the scribe next to the camel. And by the way, the oldest camel is found in Utah, thanks to the great works of Dr. Ali Muhammad. The oldest camel is found in Utah. The camel is indigenous to America, not Africa.
Right off the Barneker sub-stop, Philadelphia, PA. Shot so loud you would think it was a club spot. African Americans, although we all over the web, we the hood librarians. We ship to prisons too. We reach out and deliver to those that's bitten too. But it's more than a bookstore. You wonder we got it, mixtapes, DVDs, and culture products. BlackandNobel got our hands in a lot of projects. We welcome all to come build. The energy is positive. Every member of the team is awake and conscious. Come through and experience this place of knowledge. They say they'll put it in a book if they wanna hide it from us. But we got them books so you can buy it from us. Something to read while you on a train or riding the bus. Get your read on, food for thought, get your eat on. BlackandNobel, I buy my books at BlackandNobel. BlackandNobel, I buy my books at BlackandNobel. BlackandNobel, I buy my books at BlackandNobel.